Okay, we're here with Sarah at the Self-Advocacy in Action Workshop. And tell us your top 3 skills related to living.
Staying by myself at home.
Oh, cool. What else?
Laundry.
Right.
Household chores.
Super. And how about play skill?
Phone skills, relationship, and conversation.
Awesome. And work?
Staying organized. Speaking up for myself. Taking the bus.
Thanks for sharing. We're here with Jillian at the Self-Advocacy in Action Workshop. Tell me about your choices you've made for priorities in your life.
This one, personal plan, because my mom wants me to look nice for school.
Wow, that's what your mom wants. What do you want?
I want to
Okay.
look at me when I'm nice.
So even if your mom told you she wanted you to look like a bum, would you still want to look nice?
No. Yeah, I wish I want to look.
Okay, good. So it's not about your mom. Okay, what else you got?
Dealing with conflict.
Okay.
Because, like, sometimes I can get really angry at it.
Fair enough. What else you got there?
Self-esteem.
Cool.
Because sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I don't like myself.
Wow, thanks for sharing. Okay, that's work. What else do you have?
Friend relationship skills.
This is for the play one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Relationship skills.
Right.
And conversation skills.
Okay.
And making plans to do an activity.
That's tricky. Okay, and what do you got for living skills?
I have trouble with laundry. I don't know how to do that yet.
Okay.
And I need to know about my budget, how much money I'm going to have to make.
Fair enough. And?
I'm learning to manage about my own feelings. Because I need to know how I feel when I'm this and that every day.
Wow. Well, you certainly did a good job communicating.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, we're here with Dana at the Self-Advocacy in Action Workshop. Tell us about your priorities in your life.
Okay, I'm doing my time on my own.
Okay.
Because when my parents are gone, I'm going to make my own money and buy my own house.
Okay.
I'm going to organize myself. Because when I get older, I'm going to have my own house, and I'm going to organize all the stuff I need to make supper.
Okay.
I'm going to help my friends out, and they said don't do anything wrong.
Sweet. What else you got? Okay, work skills.
I'm going to speak up to myself and help my friends out at school.
Okay.
I'm going to stay organized at school if I have one.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask questions if I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to ask some questions.
Great. What else do you have? Play skills. 1 second.
Knowing what hobbies are there.
Okay.
I'm going to be nice to my friends and show them my basic skills.
Yeah.
And spend time with others and be respectful to them.
Wow. Thanks for sharing. We're here with Shelby at the Self-Advocacy in Action Workshop. And what are you working on in your living skills?
Okay, to live,
Yes.
I'm working on organizing yourself,
Right.
taking the bus and house chores,
That makes sense.
and for work related, staying organized, self-esteem, and knowing how to find a job or volunteer opportunities.
Great. Cool.
And then newspapers or something.
Perfect.
And using those transport trip planner.
Oh, yeah.
Making plans to do an activity, organizing yourself.
Thanks for sharing. Those are great. We're here with Jenny Dobson at the Self-Advocacy in Action Workshop. Tell us about your skills related to work that you want to work on.
I want to work on self-esteem.
Okay.
Feeling better about myself.
Sure.
And I want to work on speaking up for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
And?
I want to work on listening.
Fantastic. Okay, tell us about your play. Your life of play. What's going on there?
I want to work on using the bus to get and from the destination.
Sure.
I want to work on joining a and workshop.
Sure.
I want to develop a hobby.
Great. And last but not least,
My
living skills. What do you got there?
I want to work on feeling good about yourself.
Right.
I want to work on managing your own budget.
Right.
And I wanted to bring laundry.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jenny.
You're welcome.
We're here with Warren Murphy at the Self-Advocacy in Action Workshop. Tell us about your skills related to work that you'd like to develop.
Ask more questions, work with my co-workers,
Okay.
speak up for myself,
Right on. Okay. On to living skills.
do more laundry, pay more bills,
And?
see where my income is going.
All right. Income and expenses. Super.
Expensive and money.
Yeah. And then play skills. Okay.
Use the phone skills,
Okay.
relationships,
Sure.
and money.
Excellent. So you like to make a call to your girlfriend and take her out for dinner with your money?
Yeah. No,
No?
I don't want to go for a again.
We're here with Stephen Mullins at the Self-Advocacy in Action Workshop. He's going to tell us about his skills he wants to work on. Where do you want to start, Stephen? Your play skills?
Inviting friends to spend time,
Great.
making plans,
Great.
friendship skills,
Super.
asking questions, knowing about to find a job or volunteer, being looked after, asking questions,
Okay.
staying home alone, paying bills, taking the bus.
Tell me more about this staying alone. What does that mean?
When my mom and dad goes out,
And where would you stay?
at home,
And who else would be there?
nobody.
Interesting. Why would you want to do that?
That's what I do, because that's what I do when I come home and both mom and dad's working, and I come home before they come home.
Neat. Good for you. We're here with Ryan McBride at the Self-Advocacy in Action Workshop. Tell us about your skills you're working on.
Well, managing my money,
Okay.
managing my own budget, understanding income and expenses, the staying home alone thing, and household chores.
Okay.
I pick dealing with conflict,
Okay.
speaking up for myself,
Right.
knowing how to find a job or volunteer opportunities, and staying organized.
Great.
And knowing what is available in the community,
Okay.
using this to transfer trip planner,
Ah,
and relationship skills.
awesome. Tell me more about that staying alone one. What's that all about?
I want to learn how to stay on my own when my parents are away for a weekend.
Excellent. What happens now if they go away?
Now I'll be able to try. Now maybe I'll be able to try it on my own.
I mean, but what happened in the past? Like, what do you do when they go away?
I usually have a family member stay with me.
Okay. That's neat. That's great. Thanks for sharing.